Welcome to the WSJ Cafe. I'm Christopher John Farley. I'm here with singer-songwriter Adele, who's been kind enough to visit us and sing some songs from her new album. And your new album is called 21.
Yep.
Your last album was called 19.
Yeah.
You're 22 years old now. So what do you know now that you didn't know when you released your first album when you were 19?
I don't know, I've just had a few more life experiences. Obviously, I'm older, so I've had, more years on earth. But I just look at things in a very different light to how I used to. I was very much a teenager when I wrote my first album. I was very stubborn. Everything I knew, I thought was all I needed to know, and everything I liked, I thought I'd never like anything else. And I'm more patient and more interested and forgiving, less expectant, lots of different things. I've had the best relationship ever and the worst breakup ever. Yeah.
And that's all on the album?
It's all on the record. Yeah, all on there. Yeah.
And the new record, the old record, 19, drew a lot from soul music. The new record has some other kinds of influences. Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, I really got into country and bluegrass and rockabilly and gospel. There's still lots of soul in it and still bits of like pop and folk as well. But I was here touring for so long, it kind of became my hobby to discover Americana music. I haven't made a country record, but certainly the kind of delivery and the immediate kind of, oh yeah, I get it, I know what she's talking about. I've tried to incorporate that into this record. I really don't want to try and ever be one of those artists that wants to be really cool and trendy and 9 minutes into like an experimental instrumental, you're still wondering what the song's about, That's what I like about country. It's just like in the first 10 seconds, you know exactly what the song's about.
Well, I'm wondering, because you're such a young artist, what draws you to all these sort of vintage music forms like the blues and old kinds of country? What draws you to that? It's
just totally solid. It's not throwaway at all. And they convince me. When I listen to them kind of artists, and not all of them, but lots of them, I'm immediately convinced that they're singing about me, even though it was recorded 40 years before I was born. I don't feel that bond with modern music. I don't. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of songs. I have no idea who sings them these days because they're just a single. So I love the history, and I buy into everything that those artists represent from back then, do you know what I mean? And there's just something quite like fascinating by listening to music that was recorded and written and, before you were born as well.
Now, a couple of years ago, you won the Grammy for Best New Artist. Yeah. Did you find it to be a burden, a blessing, a mixture of both? How did the award impact your career?
I think a lot more people were interested after that, and more people were aware of me, especially here. But that's the Grammys travels worldwide. Do you know what I mean? It's like, like every country kind of has their own awards. Grammys, in Holland, they're like, whoa, everywhere's a bit like, whoa, you got a Grammy. Whereas people aren't like, whoa, you got this award. when it's somewhere else, it's just in that one place. So definitely kind of everyone was very interested. But it was weird because it was right at the end of my campaign, so it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't notice, but now I notice because everywhere I go, that's my introduction, which is quite amazing, But it's still a bit like I feel like I'm in a secret members club. I'm gonna get thrown out.
And early in your career, social media really helped spread the word on your work. I'd like to hear more about that. How did is it something that you still are sort of into, and does it still help sort of get your music out there?
Yeah, well, my friend set it up for me. My friend set me up on Music MySpace in 2004, I think it was. I was 14 or 15, and I wasn't really interested in it. MySpace hadn't taken off in England yet. And it was part of my course to learn how to use like recording equipment. So I'd record these demos and whatever, and I'd give my demos to my friend Lyndon, because I don't listen to my own music. So I gave him them, and then he started putting them on there, and he kept saying to me over the period from 2004 to 2006, someone's emailed you from like Sony or something, and I'd be like, oh really? Oh yeah, probably just like an internet perv or something, like emailing with his teenage girl. And then he was like, oh right, okay, I won't answer. And then the day I finished college, he gave me the password. And he was like, I think you should go on it now, because I don't think they are internet pervs, I think they're serious. And I went on and I had all these emails, and then 3 days later I was in the office, 3 days after finishing college. I was 18, it's not like university college. I was in the offices of Excel, who ended up signing me. They didn't sign me 3 days later, but that's the first time I met them. But I don't really, I get really paranoid about people like hacking into stuff. So I don't have a Facebook really, anything like that. I don't go on it because I get scared about people nicking information. Not about me, just in general, it just scares me. Like, like Big Brother, it just scares me in general.
And one of your new songs is in the movie I Am Number 4.
Yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I am. Very. Yeah, I am. No, I am. Yeah, no, I am. Very excited.
And which song is it and how is it used?
Rolling, I don't know if I'm allowed to give it too much away. Well, it's Rolling in the Deep, that's fine. Then it's a scene where one of the other numbers, like you realise that she's there because he thinks everyone else is dead. All the other numbers, and she's there and she's, yeah, she's fierce. And then my song's playing.
It's a movie about a group of aliens that's on Earth
Yeah.
being hunted by other aliens.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, great. Well, I appreciate you coming to the WSJ Cafe.
Thank you.
Adele, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a lovely day.